There we go. Well, there's two walling hangings of mine, but this is the one I want to talk to you about, the Ruby Star Society wall hanging I did recently. I just did bits of it sometimes only a couple of days a week. I managed to get up some time to get some sewing on it. I made it up as I went. I just knew I wanted to use these old and new Ruby Star Society fabrics. Some of them were leftover blocks from a project that I still haven't quilted. But yeah, I knew what size I wanted to be because I knew where I wanted it to hang, and I knew what those fabrics I wanted to use. And that's all I knew. The rest I just made up. If I grabbed myself half an hour during the day to just make it up as I went, use the blocks I had, make them fit into other pieces of fabric I had of certain sizes. Yeah, it's brilliant. It was actually quilted on our Molly Moxie, and you can see some of the quilting on the front, but I use glide bone colour thread, so it does just absorb the colours it sits on. And so it just creates that beautiful texture. But I'm hoping on the back, oops, it's a bit hard with only one hand, to try and get you to see some of the tiger stripes full line stencil that I used on our Molly Moxie. Because it's nowhere near perfect, but it was great practice of the stencil, because it's definitely not a stencil for beginners, I don't think. But I really enjoyed it, lining it up, practicing how to do the lines. Yeah, I love looking at a quilt back. You get much better view, don't you, of the quilting. So yeah, I thought it's time I showed you. There's some fabric choice errors I've made on there, and just one little mistake I made with layout. But with a make it up as you go project, as long as the colours are very cohesive, the pattern's basically cohesive, the colours are balanced, that works for me. It's fine. I definitely enjoyed the ride, and I hope you give yourself permission to play and make things up as you go and get that fabric stash used, people.